Benjamin Ramirez. Today we're just going to be doing a video for simplification puzzle videos. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing today. Right now, I'm just going to be sharing it to the group really quick, and then I'll get started right away. So give me 1 second here. 1 second. If you're watching this and it's not live, for example, if it's like, it says waiting. I thought it was live already. Yeah, it shows it's live. That's weird. I wanted to share it as an upcoming. June 18th. Okay, whatever. I guess I'm assuming it's already going on. All right, so you can always fast forward it a little bit if you're watching this and it's not live for maybe 3 to 5 minutes. It's probably get started then. So basically, when it comes to simplification, the idea of it is to make things, if you're winning and you can simplify it and win, that's like basically perfect, easy win game. A lot of people don't realize that just because you can't see a checkmate immediately, that is, you know what to do. And it's like, well, sometimes if you understand certain end games and stuff like that, simplifying is really important, really good strategy to win. So posting it right now. Oh, I didn't post to my groups though. Just give me a second here. Okay, I'm basically ready now. I got everything done. I shared it to everyone. And now put on a little bit of music. Make sure your volume is low on this thing here. Okay, there it goes. All right. So now I can watch this live chat stream. I'm trying to find a place for it. Okay, there. All right, gotta put the music on. Yeah, I'm not used to doing this very much anymore, so I'm a little slow. I got a lot faster before, so just definitely apologize for that. So I used to be a lot faster. I think I got no copyright music. Okay. All right, let's get going. On simplification videos. All right. And the idea is how to simplify for a win, right? Now, if I take here, that would be, I would be winning, right? I'd be up a piece. If I take here first, he can take back. So that captures back. So I think it's just this right here. And then you can also capture this way as well. That's the king. So I think that would be bad. So the queen capture, I think, looks more correct, the first one I've seen. I didn't play it right away because you want to make sure that there's something else not better than what you first see. If you always look for your first move that you think is good, you can end up losing. So I think this is it right here. Yeah, and you just basically made it a little bit more simple. Here is a backbreaking checkmate. You call it check. You'll capture, check, back up, check, and that's checkmate. And basically the way you look at this is that there's 3 pawns in front of the king, right? Whenever you notice this in a puzzle, you always look for a back rank mate first. And the back rank mate is where you check the king with either king or queen in the back. And then you calculate. He can take it, your rook will come down, I check again. The queen can block, you can take it, and it's checkmate. So you always want to look for these, especially, and you get practice with it, and then eventually your games, you'll notice it more often. But it's literally one of the most things here. Okay, that's an extra defense that they have. I didn't even consider that, to be honest. I forgot about that. But if I take and he takes back, I'm pretty sure my pawn can come in there. Yeah, so my pawn can come in there and then eventually be checkmate. So it was simple. It's still simplification, even though it wasn't a back rank. I kind of mixed it up. Apologize for that. All right. If I take, I don't think it's going to work out too well. Yeah, so this won't work out too well. The capturing here won't work out too well because it's just even trades. And if I come in this way, he'll take this way. So it's not very good. So how to simplify? If I call check here, if he blocks with the rook, I can take. He'll take back. My rook can come in for a check. No, that would be bad. It'll be bad. So if I take, he moves over. I take, he comes back. I don't see a very good follow-up. I really don't. I think this is the first move, but I don't see a good follow-up. And if you count the pieces, black has an extra piece. I think this is the first move though. I just don't see a good follow-up. Let's check. Well, if he blocks with the knight, that actually would be probably better for me. Yeah, that would be better for me if he blocks with the knight. So he probably would block with the rook. But then I can call check. Yeah, okay. So I see that's how you simplify it. Yeah. Okay. And it's 921. Decoy deflection tactics. 921. All right. Check. He can move over. I don't see a follow-up after that, right? So that might not be it. I can't call check here. And then he can move here or here, right? So it's like, what can I do in either way? Well, if he's here or here, I can call check and take the rook. So I think this is it. And it's simplifying. We reduce all the pieces for endgame. That would be very easy to win. The knight here would be able to block the pawn from making a queen. So after you capture, the idea would be bring your king in and basically win. So these all should lead to like winning endgames. Very simple, easy win games. So simplification tactics. They're really important when you study endgames as well because they kind of go hand in hand, a lot of them. All right. Let's see here. I kind of want to go down, but I don't really see a good way to go about it. And I can't take here because the queen will take. Well, actually, I can because then I can take the rook, and there's a pin. So like if I take and he takes back, I do get a pin, and he has to take and I take back, and I have all these pawns, right? And he has 3, and this is like it's an even trade. I win a pawn, but the end game is easy. So that should be the answer. So you're simplifying for a winning end game. So like if you understand this, you don't have to calculate much of anything else. It's an even trade, but you're going to win. I thought most puzzles were going to be like that. I was a little confused about a couple that seemed a little bit more complicated. but that's all right. White to move. The idea is winning endgames, so I have to find a way to trade to win, right? I have a pawn. He has two pawns, and we have both have two minor pieces. Now I believe, okay, so white is going this way and black's going this way. Not entirely sure. Check, make the king move. How do I trade to win? How can I force a trade to win? In the game, I would consider this move, but he can just come down. But this is will be he can't come down. I'll be a check. Not entirely sure, to be honest. Like, I don't really know what end game this would be to win. So what I will do is I'm gonna watch this video over, and then I'm gonna study what it is that I did not understand, and try to figure out what I need to learn, and what type of end game is this, and probably watch a few things on it. So just like for my own study as well. So this is going to be helpful for me to find out. So anything that I have an issue with, I know I'm going to watch this video again, and I'm going to try to figure out what it is I need to learn, and maybe go to a computer and figure out what type of endgame it is. So it's basically bishops versus bishop and knight or pawns, and that's something I might have to study because I really don't know. But my guess is to go here or here first. I'm thinking here because I want to go after this pawn. But if I go here first, yeah, I think I wasn't entirely sure. Was it this one? Ooh, that's really bad. Oh, it's a simple trade. Oh wow, and the knight can't come back. That is really nice. So it was just basically it almost looked like a sacrifice, but it's just a simple trade, and then come by. All right, so I got to figure that. I got to learn more of that one. Okay. All right, that's good for my knowledge. All right, the next one here is if I take, he won't be able to take this way because I can take the queen. All right, which means all he can do is take this way with the rook. After that, I can take the knight. The queen would be forced to move, or the rook would call it check, right? So it'll be basically an even material game after that. Is that even good for me? I honestly don't even know. If I take, he takes. Is there something else that I can do? Take, force the queen to go somewhere. What if the queen calls check? And I suppose my rook's over here, so I can't bring a rook to defend. Yeah, I think I'd be losing. All right, that's no good. I think that's losing for me. If I take this first, you can call it check. If I call it check this way, you can take it either way. Yeah, I don't see anything else besides here. I don't see any good moves, any forcing moves that I think would be good. Or check. You can just take it with the queen or this. So I can't just bring this around. Okay, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna take. All right, I thought I was wrong. Let's see. Oh wow, that is nice. That is nice. Back rank, basic, clearance, double, mate, 10. Okay, so it's not really simplification. It has like all this other stuff to it. All right. Yeah, I thought I was gonna get lots of puzzles on just simplifying for endgame, and I'm not getting it. So I gotta refocus my brain for regular stuff. If I don't see a normal simplification way, I'm gonna look for other stuff. So I get it now. I get what's going on now. All right. If I take, the queen would take, that's not really great. If I go here, he can just take. If I take here, the rook can move here, but I'll be able to take the knight with the queen because it's defended by here. So it's like, I think that's it. I think it's just very simple trade. Okay. So there's different type of simplifications. When I looked online in the past for simplifications, I've always looked at like a few pawns and a few pieces and a way to trade to win, you know, and that's basically it. This has a bit more tactics and stuff involved, so it's a little more in depth, I think, which is not bad, right? So here, he's threatening checkmate in one, so I have to do something about it, and the only thing I can do about that right now would be either capture or capture, right? And if I capture this way, I just lose it, right? If I capture this way, this will be the first move. I don't have to calculate. Okay, what's the whole puzzle? Okay. You don't have to calculate too much in deep with certain things because not everything is that serious. This is a check and a fork, and he can take. And if I take, he'll take, and I can take, right? So it looks like I win a piece that way. I'll be defending this. My bishop will be able to come out, and I should be able to make a queen, right? So I think that's it. Wait a second. Almost moved already. What about here? A check. And he'll take it. That looks... Oh, the queen will take the pawn at the end of that. Okay, so that's not good. So it has to be this one then. Okay. Yeah, I would have messed it up if I did the other way. The other way was a nice idea, but it doesn't work. And then after that, and then after the puzzle was over, the bishop would have been able to come in. I really liked if they actually let me to do all of that, but all right. Simplification. Simplification. If I take this pawn, he cannot move out the way because of the fork, right? Because of the pin, right? If I just take here, I'm just taking the piece. But I think if I take the pawn, I will be able to simplify it to a winning endgame. I have an extra passer, and then my king can come in, right? So if I take here and force a trade, because I'm basically taking this here, what's happening is that I'm going to force him to focus on that pawn so I can win, right? So you have to have some type of plan for your simplifications, is what I pretty much think is how that's going to work. Yeah, so like I understand this is a winning endgame. All right. This right here, the first thing I noticed, and the second thing I noticed is this right here. So if I just went out the first thing I noticed, I would have lost my queen. It's important to notice multiple stuff. I can also take this with the rook. And if he takes back with the queen, I can take, he can take, I can take, right? So the rook is a good idea to capture with. And if he takes back either way, I can just take this rook over here. Looks simple enough. Okay, so the queen I'm forced to take back. And then here we go. Then the endgame should be very easy after that. Let's see here. Let's see here. A little bit much. I mean, I kind of want to just defend my pawn and slowly grind, right? That's kind of what I think what I normally probably would do. And that's obviously not the answer here. So how do I make this simple and win? How do I make this simple and win, right? I feel like I need to defend this pawn. I really do. And the only way I can defend it is two spots, right? The difference between the two spots is that if I defend this way, my bishop is defended, right? But I can't really move it up super easy. If I go here, I might be able to move it up and have it defended with my bishop, right? But this defense here, I'm leaning more towards this one because it feels more safe to me. It really does. And it also kind of blocks his pawn a little bit. Because if I go over here, he can just move the pawn down and then continue. So I think this is the one. Nope, it's not the one. All right, so what is it? Okay, that's a little confusing. I know you can't take it because of the pen, but I still don't see a follow-up. If I take, and the queen takes, and then I take, and the king comes up, I can promote. Okay, that's so different. So if I take, I should take with the queen. Okay, that's a simple way to. Okay, that's nice. I like that. A sacrifice for to make a queen. That's a nice one. How do I win this? How do I make a winning endgame? Is basically the only question. Call it. This is a capture in a check. If it wasn't a check, I'd be concerned about some movement over here somehow. Not immediately because my knight's covering it, but I would be a little bit concerned. So this looks like a check and a capture. And the king, yeah, this definitely looks like the first move. All right. Now I can call it check and then take the rook. Let's see, our piece counts 3, and he has 2. Oh my gosh, yeah, he's going to be really bad off. Ooh. I don't know why it's bad, but. I'd have. Okay, let's redo that. Now this doesn't work because the king is not in check. I literally thought the king was in check. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so my problem was not double checking the squares I'm attacking. I just seen it and thought, whatever. A good rule is the color. This is on white, this is on black. You cannot fork them with a knight no matter what. If they're on the same color, then it's possible depending on the knight possibilities, which would be here. Okay, so I get where I messed it up now. I seen something and I just kind of, yeah. All right, that's good. All right, now I fix my brain on that and try not to do that. All right, simplification. How do I trade down in a way where I'm going to win? How do I make sure I can win this? See, this is too many pieces for me. I'm used to simplification being a lot less. So I definitely was unprepared. I get my mind right. This is a fork. Let's count pieces. Okay, so he is up the exchange. So if I did this, for example, and he moved the queen away, and I were to capture, and he were to capture, that's not like. I mean, after that, I get to win the bishop. That looks like the only thing I can think of that can be. Okay, so now it's a little more complicated. If I take, he can take, and he's threatening my bishop. But if I take, and he takes, and I go here, I think I got something going on. All right. Okay, that goes. If I capture this way, let me see. Oh, that is so rough. That is so rough. I mean, I guess it's considered winning, but I was looking for more. There's no way that I would. Okay. Like, I get that. I get this is considered winning endgame. I really do. It's just not one that I would be super comfortable with. So I was looking for more. But okay, I gotta. All right. Let's see here. Check. The first thing I notice is a check. Oh yeah, you gotta count the pieces, and it's even. The pawns, on the other hand, black has 3 extra pawns, which is a huge deal. So trading this should trade me really bad. I can call check. He will most likely defend it with the queen. I would have to call check. He might defend it with the queen again. All right. So it's like, how do I maneuver something like this, right? If I take here and the queen takes, then I can call check and clean up a little bit, right? But if I take here and let's say the king takes instead, I can call check. The queen can't defend this way. So taking here prevents some of the defenses. So I think this is the move. Okay. Let's see here. This is my first original idea. I didn't like it because, oh, wow. After I take, yeah, it's a decoy deflection. All right. All right. So basically, it's all tactics involved. It's not just being simple. All right. Starting to get ready. I'm like, can't keep doing that, right? Check. I didn't put it for 0 to 2,000, which my puzzle rating was like 2,400. So it's like really odd for me to be missing them like that. Oh, yeah. Call it check. If I take, well, I mean, if he takes, I would take with the queen. So this actually seems okay. He doesn't do that. This check, if he takes the queen, I can call it check and take the queen. So this seems okay. All right. Oh, we did this one already. Just take here. If they're running out of puzzles for the rating range, it means I get to redo them. And if I get to redo them, then I would get to learn from my mistakes by seeing the same patterns. So as white, if I take, he takes back, then I go up, he goes down, I go up, he goes down, I defend, and then I push, right? So it's very simple. I just take, and I made a simple endgame for myself. All right. feel like I'm just trading pieces for no reason. If I take, and I take, just taking pieces, right? I don't want to take pieces for no reason. So I don't think it's this or this. Either way, the order doesn't change anything. If I take and it's check and he takes, I take, he takes, it will be exactly the same as if I call check and he takes. And then I come up. It's the same, right? Oh, this is one difference. Check, take. I have this, which I'm forking pieces. So that seems a little different. Okay. Sometimes you gotta check the difference, right? That's the whole thing. Okay. Just a little slow. That's okay. It's an old computer. It was a donation actually. It was $50 donation for the computer. I definitely appreciate it for sure because I would not be doing anything at all. Like none of it. Like all these videos would not exist without that. So I greatly appreciate it. All right, how to simplify to win? Back to move. If I were to call check and he would take it, and let's say I were to take this, his king can just come down, right? And I can move over, the king can move up, I can move up. The king can go anywhere, so it doesn't matter backwards, somewhere backwards. I would go up. Okay, so it'd be pretty easy. I can maneuver, right? I think I can maneuver this. The question really is which way to capture, right? But he's not doing it, so I'll take. It doesn't matter. He takes, I take. He moves somewheres. I call check, he moves. I move the pawn up. If he takes, I take, and I just come in and I just take the pawn and win. So, all right. Wait to move. He's in check, so pretty sure it's not. He's gonna be. Okay, there it goes. Wait to move, and we're going this way. All right. And right now he's threatening a check, and after I move over, checkmate. So he's threatening checkmating too. So whatever I do, I can't like be like, oh, I'm with a pawn up and make a queen, right? I can't do that. If I'm a pawn up, he could just checkmate me. So that's really important to look at. So how do I make this simple? How do I simplify it? Now, if I call check, the king only has two squares, right? If you were to go up, let's say I were to call check, or I can just call check this way. It doesn't matter where he goes, I take, he takes, and I just push. This guy can't stop it. So, very simple. It's just understanding your endgames. That's basically what simplification is trying to find a way to win, make it to a pretty much easy winning endgame. It's to practice, like you can do endgame practice, right? And you can learn the endgames. And that's very important to do. Simplification is kind of an in-between process. There's like, this is what you did before the winning game. So you need to learn winning endgames first and then do this. And I know some winning endgames, but not all of them. So that's why I'm having a little bit of trouble. But I will be looking back at the ones I have problems with. So that way I can learn from it and figure out what endgames do I need to learn and how can I set them up. Very important skill in chess. Very important. Now, I have an extra piece. All right. If I were to take, you were to take. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So how do I do this? This looks really crazy to me. I have an extra piece, but I'm also threatening to lose a piece. So it's like, how do I do this? I can fork them, and if they take, that's very possible. I think this is it. I had to go off intuition because I really, honestly, I was a bit unsure. Now, if I take here, he can throw in a check, and then if I take, he can take my bishop. So I don't think that's it. I think that's going to be a losing endgame. Which means if I take and he goes here, he's threatening to take my bishop. If I take with a knight though, and he takes, and I take, he takes, I take. It'll be a knight, it'll be a rook versus bishop endgame, right? And I think I can win that. So I believe that's the answer. And he takes here. I think that's the move he's gonna make. I take. Alright. Yep. Winning endgame, rook versus bishop. And pawns. So it's definitely a winning endgame. Now I can take this. If I were to take this and he were to take that, I would have this. So that has to be the answer. I won't take with a knight because if I, okay, that's a different answer. So I win the rook. I didn't see that defense, but it still would be winning for me. What if I go here? No, because he'll take, I'll take. And if he takes, I can take. So I think, what if this is the answer? He takes, doesn't have a check. Okay. All right. I'm actually enjoying this more. At first, I was a little like off because I thought, to me, the simplification was going to be more basic. I thought it'd be more basic than this because I remember learning about it. I guess the lesson that I got on it was more leaning towards very basic endgames, not different types of endgames. So it's like, what type of endgame do I want? All right, if I take this, he'll take. What am I doing? Right, I can call check. He can move back. Like, what am I doing? Right, and I can call check. The queen will take. My pawn will take. And the question is, am I winning after that? Do I have a winning endgame? Right. Basically, at the end of all that, this pawn will be here. That's the only difference, right? Can I win an endgame like that? I think I can. I think I can push these pawns and win, and this pawn will be stopped by my king. So I think that is the answer. I think that is the answer. Oops. I did the wrong move order. It doesn't matter. It's practice. So I go here. I already told you guys what I wanted to do. I just made the wrong move order. Yeah. And that's the winning endgame where my king can stop this pawn, and he cannot stop these pawns. So I guess the mouse click, flip, whatever people want to call it. All right, so if I call check here and he takes back, oh, he didn't make his move yet. That's what it was. Okay, if I call check, he takes. Well, if I do this first, I'm just not winning the queen, so I'm pretty sure this is first. And the question after that is what endgame will be winning? Let's say take here, he takes, I take. I mean, I don't see a. What if I block this off first, forcing him to go somewhere else? Would that be good? I'm not even sure exactly what endgame I would be planning for. If I take, he takes, I take, right? Well, right now he has 2 bishops and 2 rooks, so it's kind of like I have to. No, I don't. I thought I did. Okay. Okay, okay, it's not even a blocking idea. What is going on here? Okay. I missed a simple capture. I missed a simple. That's so crazy. All right, 1950. I don't feel too bad. All right, that's pretty much it for now. I'm gonna get going and do something else really quick. It's been about almost an hour. But basically, that's if you're good with end games or you're learning end games and you want to know how to like make an end game happen, this pretty much is it. Really, it's like it helps you figure out how to when you see a position how to turn it into a winning end game. Most tactic puzzles could be like checkmates or winning a piece in the opening or winning a piece in the middle game, but it's not necessarily like you're winning, but it's not necessarily the end game winning part. And this is helps you get to a winning end game. And sometimes it's an extra pawn, or something else. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm definitely gonna review this and look back and look at the stuff I didn't understand, so I can get better myself. So yeah, this is definitely helpful, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, thank you.